how things have happened in the past week now, that there are going to be signs of ambition, pushing forward, more success, more trophies, more better players. That's what we want to see. And I think having probably new owners, especially after we just now seen that bids have been rejected, possibly having more investment would be important as well. We haven't got naming rights yet for the stadium, so having an injection of that too, that could come in as possible, would also help us, moving forward as a team.
Tottenham Hotspur's chairman, Daniel Levy, stepped down 3 days ago, but is the club for sale after 2 takeover approaches? Their CEO says no.
The Lewis family are really clear. They see their involvement in Tottenham Hotspur being long-term, and they see their involvement continuing through the generations. We made a statement very late last night, and the statement, I hope, was unambiguously clear that Tottenham Hotspur is not for sale.
Not quite sure what happened to Kaveh Solokol then, but we'll sort it out and bring it to you a little bit later. Now, Tottenham Hotspur is not for sale. That is the word coming out from both the owners and the CEO, following the news that they have unequivocally rejected 2 expressions of interest in buying the club. Now, one of those inquiries is reportedly from Amanda Staveley's PCP International, who you'll know were part of the consortium that bought Newcastle United. However, PCP International insist they do not intend to make an offer.
I think it's important for our supporters to know that they're very, very passionate about Tottenham Hotspur and they're ambitious for the club. And when I talk about their ambition, what they're really focused on is ensuring that everything that we do across the complete breadth of the club really centres back and is focused on giving our men's team and our women's team the best chance to be successful on the pitch over the long term. So that's their laser focus, all around being successful on the pitch. This is a new era for the club under new leadership, completely backed by our majority shareholder, the Lewis family. So we can feel optimistic and ambitious for the future as well. So the Lewis family are really clear. They see their involvement in Tottenham Hotspur being long term, and they see their involvement continuing through the generations. We made a statement very late last night, and the statement, I hope, was unambiguously clear that Tottenham Hotspur is not for sale.
Because 14% of Tottenham's shares are owned by private investors, these 2 groups have to come out and say whether they intend to bid for Tottenham or not. And they have to do that by October the 5th. Now, very, very quickly, Amanda Staveley and PCP International Financial, who are one of the interested parties, came out this morning and said, we're not going to bid for Tottenham. But so far, we haven't heard anything from the other interested party, which is an Asian consortium led by Dr. Roger Kennedy and a Chinese businessman called Wing Fai Eng, who owns a TikTok rival called Trill. They have until October the 5th to come out and say either we want to bid to buy Tottenham or we're not intending to bid. What we do know is over the past 12 months or so, Tottenham have engaged the services of an investment bank, and the investment bank has been tasked with trying to find some external investors. So we know for a fact that Tottenham have been looking for potential new investors. Now, that doesn't mean that the club is for sale. Perhaps they just want to sell a stake in the club and use that money to invest in their squad, or refinance the debt they took on to build their magnificent new stadium. So at the same time as saying the club is not for sale, we can say that they have been looking for outside investment.
Well, the Lewis family have been majority owners of Spurs for 25 years now, and despite their insistence that the club isn't for sale, our pundits believe it would be an attractive proposition for any interested parties.
The football club is in a great position. You know, it's been an interesting week, we must say, with Daniel Levy leaving, the chairman, and what kind of situation is that going to leave the football club in? I mean, do people want to invest? Yes. And why would you not want to invest in this amazing football club? The stadium, the training centre, the team, you know, and it's one of those going, ENIC own the majority shareholders. They have been for a long, long time, since my time there. You know, so it's interesting. It's an interesting situation at the moment with everything that's going on. But it's been going through this change since the summer. Donna Cullen leaving, people coming in. So, and it's now people are going to question what's going to happen with the football team. Nothing happens. That carries on as normal. Thomas Frank has his duties to keep trying to bring success to this football team. On the back of the Europa League last year, they want to keep building and trying to bring more trophies, which we know how hard it can be in the Premier League, in Europe, in all the domestic competitions.
I would like a change. I think a change would be having ambitious owners, first and foremost. And I'm hoping that with how things have happened in the past week now, that there are going to be signs of ambition, pushing forward, more success, more trophies, more better players. That's what we want to see. And I think having probably new owners, especially after we just now seen that bids have been rejected, possibly having more investment would be important as well. We haven't got naming rights yet for the stadium, so having an injection of that too that could come in as possible would also help us, moving forward as a team.